Hello and welcome to the best fucking podcast in the world. I'm JD. Unfortunately, Lloyd's not here with us today, but we have the blue-haired wonder, the master of vlogging from Calgary. We have Matt Mort.
Hi there. I am Matt Mort. How's it going, guys?
So what's new and exciting, man?
Life, I guess. I don't know. I went to my mom's house the other day and it was good.
Good?
Mowed her lawn. So
You mowed her lawn.
Yeah.
So this is the life's behind the scenes of celebrity YouTubers such as yourself.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So
Celebrity.
still mowing the lawn, making all that mad YouTube money, and you're still mowing the lawn.
Yeah, I don't do that often, but it was a really nice change in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing that.
Yeah. So what else is new with you?
Well, we got YouTube Calgary going.
Yeah.
We got my vlogs doing stuff. Trying to upload again. Trying to plan more and do more with my vlogs or my channel in general. And got Sounds Like music stuff. And
So what's the plan with Sounds Like?
basically to do live sessions, live recordings and whatnot with different bands, musicians, and kind of just record their performance and whatnot. Do like one or two songs in like interesting locations that we find around Calgary or in the nearing areas.
So it's going to be like a live off the floor kind of recording. It's not going to be, sort of like your typical video where it's a playback and they're playing along. It's going to be live off the floor at locations that you decide.
Yeah, and it's usually like a one take too.
Yeah.
So we don't have multiple cameras. It's just all in one go. Yeah, and I have like a few things that I could see for the future, but they're not really set yet. So I don't want to say it.
You don't want to say it and put it out there. And
yeah, exactly.
Because a lot of people won't know. I've been holding you accountable all year up until very recently about your vlogging because you'd made a New Year's resolution kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to help you along the way, but.
Yeah. I'm very good at disappointing people.
I wouldn't say I was disappointed. It's just, when people ask for help, you try to, push them along. And obviously not to the point that, it's like, okay, I'm going to harass you now. But, it's sometimes people need that creative push. You find that with yourself that sometimes you need that push that you need.
Yeah, there's a lot of times that I feel like that I'm better off with like a boss figure or like if I'm more so just like if I'm doing something for someone else opposed to just like everything's like on my own time or just doing it for myself. I don't know. I'm just like better at helping other people or
you're better taking somebody else's vision and making it come to fruition versus sometimes, getting motivated to do your own project. I find that myself as well too. Like, I find that with art. If somebody says I need this done, I can get a vision for what they want created and create it relatively fast and efficiently. But when it comes to myself, I know sometimes I just sort of get caught up in maybe, I would say, expecting too much or putting too many expectations on myself and then not following through. I mean, I've done that from time to time as well. Is that similar to what you're experiencing or something different?
Kinda. I'm like, I can, if someone needs a general kind of thing, like there's times when I don't know if this makes sense, but if someone needs something specific, I can go and do it. Like grip work, for example.
Yeah.
Like I'm feel like I'm pretty good at grip work. Just like move this here, move that. Like I just know what I gotta do. But then there's also times where if I have like creative project or some sort of video or like as if I'm in like a multimedia class or something. And there's kind of surrounded by a group of creative minds and got like a certain project I gotta do.
Yeah.
And then I can go and be creative and do something like not. Sorry if you can hear me swallow my own saliva. I don't know. I'm terrible at explaining things, but just kind of. I'm good in a group environment of creative people that want to do stuff. And at times I'm good at like bringing up ideas and like getting stuff done. But at other times I'm better with like doing someone else's
So would you
idea.
prefer to work by yourself or work as a team?
As a team.
As a team?
Most definitely.
You're a team guy?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm a solo guy.
Mm-hmm.
I get the team thing. I enjoy that too because you can feed off each other's energy and accomplish some things that you can't do by yourself. Sometimes I'm a little too maybe fingers in the pie to, do things. But, it's I totally get where you're coming from, and it's interesting. It's interesting discovering yourself creatively. But you also have done some stuff recently. You were recently focus point of Local Drop magazine. They came out to interview you as Matt Mort, the vlogger. Yeah. So how was that? How did that all come about?
Basically, one of my friends from like junior high, we like got, I guess, talked again on Facebook or something. We just kind of like gained more of a friendship and got to know each other and like saw each other at random places and here and there. And then her friend, Zoe, works at Local Drop. Well, they both work at do Local Drop. And I guess they needed a story, and maybe it might have been around the time when I uploaded the Dyeing My Hair Pink video and then the Valentine's McDonald's video right after.
Right.
So both those videos were like kind of a lot bigger than my past videos and whatnot. And I got more attention on those videos than anything else. So it kind of seemed a bit more hype and like more, maybe they saw an opportunity there and whatnot to get an interesting story or something. Because
it's interesting, because the Local Drop is, for those of you who don't know, is a local publication for Calgary that is print. So it's print and web. I think your story was web first, right?
Web. It may or may not be print, but we'll see.
And then it's circulated sort of in downtown areas. There's a lot of times it's like Fast Forward or Beetroot. It's kind of going that thing. But the interesting thing is it was started by SAIT students as a means to sort of work into a thing. And it's an interesting concept because print media is something that is slowly dying. You see things like newspapers, massive newspapers laying off all the time. So it's kind of an interesting thing for me to observe, and it's kind of interesting to see that a younger group of people would start up a magazine per se, because it is definitely something that's, kind of diminishing throughout time. The more that you have the internet, the more people seek out information. A lot of people don't go to magazine stores like they used to and browse through magazines and buy magazines as a source of information. No. It's kind of interesting that they've gone with that model. Yeah. I don't know what your thoughts are on sort of print media and if it's, something that's sustainable or not. Or
I think for like being in it, it's really cool to like have.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely thing. Cool. It's
but I don't know. Yeah. I do think that it is good to have like print media. Like I don't want it to die or to finish off, because it's not good to stare at a screen 24/7. So it's nice to have some things off of that. Yeah.
And the interesting thing with print media that I will say that the internet doesn't do is that if you have something like a magazine and you put it on a coffee table or you put it on a bus bench or anything like that, people will pick it up and read it if they have nothing else. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are attached to their phones and would never pick it up these days, but it's a select source of information in that sense. But it also gets passed around. So I mean, it's kind of cool on that level, but I mean, I think a lot of people are just sort of bypassing it completely. I know they have an online presence, obviously, and they're working towards that. But it's just sort of interesting that they've decided to go that route. But it's really cool because I enjoy print media. A lot of my work goes into print type media, and it's been scaled back. I mean, a lot of my stuff now just goes straight to the net and never sees sort of printing. And I mean, I've worked for magazines in the past, so I always find it curious. It was cool to see. I think my first experience with it was I went to the camera store and I just saw it. They've got in the camera store, if you go in there, you turn around the corner, you can get a nice drink of water, and if you show up at the right time of day, you can get some cookies. So inside tip, you can get cookies at the camera store. But that it was there, so I picked it up. It's obviously a free publication. I recommend you check it out. I mean, it's produced local and it's young people, so I mean, it's fantastic.
Yeah. And at the time of recording this, they're only on they released their third one recently, like third issue. But back on like sharing it and whatnot, it definitely is more. This is just a random thought, but it's definitely more accessible or more easy to share around with your folks online and whatnot than with print. So yeah, it is interesting to that they are
just curious sort of your thoughts. I mean, and I've seen this too, is where they set up a print publication and they'll sort of do the layout and you can read it as if it were print online. You sort of get the PDF and you can read it back to front. Have you ever gone that, or is it just strictly website.
What is this? What?
So the answer to my question is no. A lot of times I see publications now, they will actually put the layout like it was a magazine and upload it as a PDF so you can read the PDF.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So you'll see it on tablets a lot of the time. So it's just sort of a magazine for a tablet.
Mm-hmm.
But I think things are changing so fast. Sometimes it's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know. I think it's just like some people just want to hang on to the old things in life and whatnot. So
that's me.
You know? Yeah, exactly. So
that's a sign of aging, I think, sometimes, is that you just want to hold on to the old things. And you know, but I mean, myself, I try to embrace as much as I can. And, you know, some things I don't figure out, like Snapchat, which I'm sure you've, you know, dealt with. I'm sure you're on Snapchat.
I am.
Matt Mort's on Snapchat. Yeah. Links will be below.
Yeah. What don't you understand about Snapchat?
I just don't get it. I just completely don't get it. Like, you take a photograph or a video, it's uploaded, and then it disappears.
Yeah.
Isn't the whole point of keeping something?
Well, no, that's kind of like the thing about it. It's just like instant, or not instant, but like up to date content, basically. Right. So you like it's something that they've done in the past 24 hours.
Right.
Unless they uploaded it like later on, which you can do. But
wouldn't you want to catalog that stuff? To me, it's like if
you can still.
You can
save it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I just thought it disappeared.
No.
I'm totally confused by the platform.
Publicly it disappears, but you can still save it, and you can still send it to people later on if you want. But like, yeah.
Yeah, you see, that was my big thing with it. If it's like, if it's deleting this after 24 hours, why would I possibly want to do that? Because what if I actually want to keep it? So, you know, so that's just me not understanding.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna join in?
I learned something new.
You gonna join Snapchat?
What? No.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
So YouTube Calgary. Let's talk about YouTube Calgary for a little bit. You and I first met. It's probably about 8 months ago now. 9 months ago. Yeah. It's been a while. It was last summer. So it's
well, yeah.
Yeah.
October.
Was it October? Was it that late in the year?
I think it was November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I met you at the YouTube Calgary thing. You've sort of been the mastermind behind sort of getting some momentum. We have to give you some credit. Honest to God, you have to give you some credit because I think you got the ball rolling. You may not have started at 100%, but you definitely got the ball rolling again.
Yeah.
What drove you to, sort of get things moving forward?
So I used to live in Vancouver. I was there for like a year and a half for film school. And while I was there, I've always like for the longest time I've wanted to do YouTube and like get to know other YouTubers or just to do YouTube videos and be a YouTuber. So like in Vancouver, I still wanted to do that and wanted to pursue that with my life and career. And I don't know how exactly, but I think I'd either joined their Facebook group, and then they started having meetups, or I don't remember how it happened exactly. Okay. Someone had a meetup in Vancouver. We went for a walk around Lynn Canyon, I think, and then I kind of just got to know a few YouTubers there. And then like there's YouTube hosted like an event there where like people were speaking. Matt Santaro was there.
Okay.
And that was interesting. Got to know, like see how many YouTubers there were in Vancouver. And then there's like a small group of us that wanted to do like meetups or get to know each other more and have more meetups. And then I moved back to Calgary. So I wanted to still do that. Like I wanted to check in on them every now and then and see like if they were wanting to or still working on growing their community. I don't know how that's going right now, but yeah, I wanted to do that in Calgary basically. I just wanted to know who there is in Calgary because I knew there's like many creators. Like there's got to be more creators out there in Calgary doing what I'm doing.
And to be honest, the funny thing is, and you say that is, I was looking for a long time. We'd been doing the podcast for maybe a year at that point. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, I would search like YouTube Calgary. Nothing would come up.
Yeah,
I was searching for YouTubers in Calgary. I would get guys like Ben Brown that maybe did a vlog here. And that was kind of it. So when I found that, I'm like, oh, awesome. Right?
Yeah.
But it seems to have gained a fair bit of momentum over, I would say, the last 6 months, a huge amount, which is awesome to see.
Yeah.
It's the community continues to grow. And, I think a lot of that is attributed to the fact that, when you were having a meeting and one, weird old dude would show up and, you still continued to do it. I mean, it's, it worked out.
Yeah. I'm glad. Yeah. And now if you like search YouTube Calgary, then like the whole list of,
there's a whole list of stuff. It has its own hashtag. It's showing up there at the top of the list, sort of subscribe to YouTube Calgary.
Yeah,
so it's
like the YouTube channel.
It's come a long way, I would say, in, a relatively short amount of time. So, me myself, thanks a lot for doing that. I mean, if you hadn't taken that initiative, we probably wouldn't be sitting here talking, and I would still think, that we're kind of the only guys doing whatever we're doing and operating in a weird little silo that really didn't exist, so.
Well, yeah, I'm super glad it exists. It's nice to see that there's a lot of people passionate about it and wanting to meet up every month. And yeah, it's really nice. I like it.
What's your favorite thing that's come out of YouTube Calgary so far?
Oh man, I don't know. I guess it's the community in general, like just knowing that there's a lot of other people, or the interaction mainly. Yeah. Because like I like the social interaction, and I feel like every social media is just more fun when you have more notifications. Yeah. To an extent, because sometimes it can get overwhelming. But Twitter is so much more fun now because of all the YouTube people interacting on there and messaging back and forth, and yeah, I'd say that, just the social interactions. Yeah.
I'd say my favorite thing so far is that I got to have a Matt Mort burger.
Oh, yeah.
But on that note, we got to wrap things up. So
already?
Where can people find you? They can obviously find you on YouTube under
Matt Mort or Matt's Vlogging 2, TOO. But if you just search Matt Mort, you should be able to see my stupid face there, or even if you search it on like Twitter and whatnot. Hopefully you can find it if you just search Matt Mort on any social media. There's a bit of variations to everything, but for the most part, Matt Mort or Matt's Vlogging, and you'll find it.
And as always, we'll throw the links down below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Head over to Matt's channel. Show him some love. Get him all pumped up for his new videos, because I'm sure he's going to have some great content coming your way.
Working on it.
Anyways, I'm JD.
I'm Matt.
All right. See ya.
See ya.